here's the reality, is if he went to the San Francisco 49ers and won the Super Bowl, you would go on First Take next year and be like, but yeah, did he really do it? Because this was a 13-win team who had the #1 defense and they went to the Super Bowl. You would find reasons. And I'm telling you, this team hasn't been in the playoffs in 12 years.
But stay right there. No, wait. Stay right there. The previous 11 years got nothing to do with this. Last year, they won 7 games with a quarterback that handed 112 points to the opposition. So if you get a competent quarterback at Tampa, you'd expect them to win at least 8, 9 games. Let's see Brady be great with this team. He's set up to do it. He left Belichick without a backup quarterback. He went to a team with every weapon he needs. That he's set it up to make himself look as good as possible and Belichick as bad as possible. Let's see what happens.
Well, I'm awfully quiet because I'm listening to Max regurgitate the same point that really doesn't make any sense in terms of coming out of his mouth. Because what Max is trying to point to, like, there are no excuses for Tom Brady. Excuse me. Nobody's trying to make any excuses for Tom Brady. He's going on the football field as a starting quarterback with $50 million guaranteed. Of course he has to produce next season. It doesn't erase the fact that you said he was done 3 years ago, and he's still going. Back to you, Dan. Here's my problem with what you're saying. I don't know why you're on this soapbox about Tom Brady when it comes to what he said. He said, he recognizes the point that this year he's got something to prove. What the hell is he supposed to say, Dan, and how is he supposed to feel? If you take $50 million and you still think you have something left, of course he feels that way. We're talking about what we feel as spectators watching him. I'm saying that if you look at Tom Brady, no matter what happens next year and beyond, if we look at Tom Brady next season and we say he's done, that doesn't erase what he's done. It doesn't erase the legacy that he has already cemented. It doesn't erase his greatness. The only issue, hold on. We heard you. Hold on. The point is we're going to come back to Max in this regard. We're going to come back to Max in this regard. Max is trying to sit up there and act like, if Tom Brady stinks up the joint this coming season, that will validate what happened last year. When what happened last year, he didn't have any weapons. It doesn't validate last year.
Exactly.
No. What it will be for you, Stephen, is that Brady couldn't be. For me, it's that Brady got old. For you, it must be that Brady can't be great without Belichick, because according to you, he's still got it.
Exactly.
And now he's got the weapons.
That's the exact point. If he goes and fails, everyone who said it was because of Bill Belichick would be validated, Stephen A. That's why he has to go prove. And he has said so himself. And so I want to take him at his word that he needs to go prove that it's not just because of that.
Dan, were you on the air, Max Kellerman and Dan Orlovsky? Have y'all not periodically said this on the air when Max uses the word cliff? Dan, you didn't. But didn't y'all say that when the time comes, it doesn't sneak up on you? All of a sudden, you get up one day when you get that age, and bam, it's gone. Is that if that is the case, how is it not possible that next year, what Max said 3 years ago is now applicable? That you might get on the field with Tampa, and all of a sudden you're 43. It's just that simple.
That's right.
Last year you didn't have any weapons.
Now.
This year you might be old.
There's been a cliff traditionally until now. Brady's taken very good care of himself, and there have been changes to the quarterback position. You can't breathe on him anymore. His was more like a ravine than a cliff. But still, it's a pretty steep descent. But Stephen A., you're there saying, and others as well, I don't see a difference. I see the arm strength, the accuracy. It's his weapons. Therefore, if he's not great with Tampa with all those weapons, then you got to say, it was Belichick all along. I'll say he got old.
I'm saying is, I'm acknowledging, I will say that, but it won't change my position of what I saw last season. That's what I'm saying. Even if I saw the drop off this year, if I see him drop off, you can't get the ball to Mike Evans or Godwin or O.J. Howard or somebody, I'm going to look at that and say, yo, Max, I see that now, but that doesn't change the fact that was not what I saw last year. What I saw last year was him throwing the puppies, wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac. These brothers were not ready. That doesn't change that reality from last season or the season before that.
I saw a steep drop-off 2 years.
When you said he was on the cliff.
I saw a steep drop-off year over year. I saw a steep drop-off 2 years ago from 3 years ago and last year from 2 years ago.
Max.
Yeah.
No,
Max,
you haven't.
I can't tell
He's
you
missing
that.
receivers, right, left,
you need glasses.
deep, shallow.
I got
There
some
is
glasses
not
for
this-
you. You need them.
Max,
With
you
them
need to go
Beetlejuice
get
eyes,
James
you
Winston
still
LASIK
need glasses.
surgery on your eyes.
Wait, you guys
When
glossed
you're
over the best
falling
point
from
of all.
great
Did you hear
heights
Max?
on the way down, it's hard to
Wait,
tell
hold on.
sometimes. for
Wait,
some.
Max said it's not a cliff anymore, though. It's a ravine. So now it's a ravine. So we
more like a
changed
ravine. I
that
have to admit.
terminology.
It's a
So is that what we're going with
really?
now? A
Oh, so it
ravine
took
is
you
when
3
you go to
years.
It's more
3
like a
Super
ravine.
3.5
Bowls and
years
win
to say that?
2.
3.5
my
years to say
goodness,
that.
guys.
3.5
Like
years.
I
it's
will
like
leave
a
you-
beachfront
Now you got a
entry
new
into
word.
a pool.
Yeah, I'll leave you with this, though. Max tried to sell it as Tom Brady's taking over a 7-win team. This team has not had a playoff win since Super Bowl 37.
What does
It
that
would
have
be a
to do
full
with right
180
now,
if they
Molly?
even got. If they even got to a playoff win, though, that
If
would be
they
a full
win 9
180.
games,
It's
that's
been
a
12
2-win
years.
improvement over Jameis Winston. A 2-win improvement over Jameis Winston
Over
gets
a
you to 9
decade.
wins.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.